Hey guys, Spiz here. Well, today's video is on one of the most infamous pubs, taverns, especially for OTARA, and it was the East Tamaki Tavern, nicknamed the Flying Jug. Now, the Flying Jug was pretty synonymous for back in its days in the 70s and the 80s, and this place where I'm at right now is located is the East Tamaki petrol station. But back in its day, it was there was a pub here, the ET Tavern, and it was, there were claims that someone that said it was built in 1928. I don't know about that, but someone put it up on Wikipedia or Google. If it is, damn, I didn't think it was that old. But someone also claimed on Facebook that they reckon it was built in 1972. Now that would make sense. But I would put up a picture of what the ET Tavern used to look like on my left. So you'll see it pop up of the old picture of the ET Tavern. And it used to be located over here where this petrol station is at, the Gold petrol station. Even though it said the shops that are right in front of me, yeah, that wasn't there back then. That was just the old tavern. And everyone knows that it was that pub was pumping back in its day. And the first time I entered the Flying Jug, the East Tamaki Tavern, would have been in the 80s, probably 80, 81. Mind you, I was six then. But my old man and a couple of a lot of Polynesians, especially the ones that used to work close to home, they were into the East Tamaki Tavern, and man, they'll just have a good time. I know that place gave off good vibes, but also at the same time there was a lot of troublesome that happened in the era, because we had the likes of some motorcycle gangs. But the ones that were pretty much around OTARA back then was the stormtroopers, and they were Polynesians, and everyone knows they were good guys back then because they protected OTARA, and especially East Tamaki. And everyone that knows that even on Hills Road we used to see taggings of the stormtroopers all over the place. But this is the era of when they had gangs around OTARA, and a lot of them will rock up to the East Tamaki Tavern and have a good time, you know what I'm saying? Now, also a lot of people that used to work around Fabco or Fish and Pike back in their day, they used to head out towards these ways to the ET Tavern and get their drink on, so to speak. But yeah, it's at the back of me. It's also the East Tamaki Tavern, which it's been here for a decade or so, or even more. But it's not as pumping as it was the last one. I would say the original Flying Jug. I heard rumors why it was nicknamed the Flying Jug is because there was quite a few incidents. That's when they had the glass jugs, and they will have incidents where people will be getting into fights and started throwing it around. Obviously, being glass jugs, they created a lot of blood spilt and everything, and I think they resulted in them using the plastic jugs after the use of the glass ones. So no doubt they had a lot of disputes and fights at the East Tamaki Tavern. Sad to see it go though. But I did look it up, and it said that so like I said, some bloke mentioned it was built in 72, and then I looked it up, and for some reason it came up and said it was built in 1928. It's like, I don't know about that. But comment if any of the OGs, the ones that that used to work at the East Tamaki Tavern, the Flying Jug. Comment if you know when it was actually built, East Tamaki Tavern. I can't even remember when they actually took it down. All I know is that when it went down, they replaced it with this one, that one, smaller version, and I don't think this was not that great compared to the old one. But yes, as you can see, the side of the petrol station, all this, you can just imagine everyone hanging around and parked up at the back of the East Tamaki Tavern. Now, you had bikies, you had a lot of people coming from work, and it was all used to hang here. Even the locals all used to hang here, and they'll come from other suburbs, because the Flying Jug, East Tamaki Tavern, was well known and well respected too. So big ups to the OGs, the stormtroopers, who, if you guys know the story behind how when the Hells Angels turned up to try to take over OTARA, and stormtroopers and locals defended OTARA and pushed them back. So they did a pushback on them, and it would have been weird, seeing the Hells Angels getting their standpoint, their headquarters in OTARA. But you know, you got the likes of the mongrel mob and everyone else, but stormtroopers, hey, yo, or the Polynesians. But yeah, check it out, man. Check it out. So this is Tamaki Motors, man. Tamaki Motors. Well, I only filming it because you can just imagine. You can imagine when it was happening, man. When it was pumping and had all the cars and bikies coming down here, all the workers. Yo, that place would have been off, eh? But yeah, not sure about this one, eh? The new one, I know obviously it's got poking machines in there, but just the vibe of the old tavern, and there's a lot of people there that went to it and still around. They know the stories behind the East Tamaki Tavern and how things went down. And a lot of the guys that used to work on the rubbish trucks, yo, remember the rubbish trucks, man? Those guys they used to run. Now we knew the majority of them were rugby players, league players. Man, and big ups to those guys, man, because those guys used to run along the roads and pick up 6-8 rubbish bags and then throw it in the rubbish trucks. God damn. Now they were fit, man. They were fit. Now there's some previous docos that showed what they did, especially when they did it in OTARA, South Auckland. And these guys were super fit. Those days they used to run along the side of the roads and just, man, they go hard, man. Fit as. Pretty sure they were OTARA Scorpion players too. But yeah, for sure. Even the days of, remember everyone used to have crates, line red. Yep. Yeah, so just imagine an old tavern here, man. It was pumping. The amount of space they had in the front. Wow, man. Yep, so all along here in this area. But I've got to admit that this petrol station is moved forward. The ET pub would have been back a little bit further, so it created a lot of car park space, yo. But yeah, I remember walking into the ET Tavern, man, 6 years old. Now, when I walked in, I was looking for my old man. A lot of my rallies were in there, and all I could hear was just laughter, everyone getting horsey. But it was good vibes, man, good vibes. Besides all the fights, but hey, yo, it is what it is. History for OTARA. Everyone knows about the East Tamaki Tavern, the Flying Jug. Yo, what a story, man. It's a nickname, the Flying Jug. Wow, wow. And the East Tamaki primary school, right there, right in front. I think there was back then they didn't give names to the schools; they gave numbers. I believe OTARA number 1, the original name became Waimonli, and I think East Tamaki Primary they called it OTARA number 3, and it eventually called it East Tamaki Primary. So all the primary schools back then they're all numbers, and then eventually given this East Tamaki Tavern. I don't know about that one. I mean, a lot of versions of why they called it Flying Jug. One I heard about a Māori family went up against a group of Polynesians, and things got out of hand, and getting shoved and everything, and and I just heard that they used the jugs as weapons, and there you go, the beginning of the Flying Jug. Everyone knows. Remember those glass jugs? They were heavy, eh? So you can imagine when filled up with beer. And then the old plastic ones kicked in. It was engraved with Lion Red on the side. But with Hills Road, I remember they had the stormtroopers taggings along Hills Road, and there was some at the East Tamaki Rugby Club. East Tamaki Rugby Club. But yeah. So this petrol station, man, unbelievable. I've seen quite a few comments on the ET Tavern, the Flying Jug, and they're hilarious. If you want to guys check out some stories, there's some stories on Facebook of what happened here. Crack up. Love hearing it. But anyone want to comment on it, like I said before, by all means, man. I would love to hear y'all crack up stories and what you guys went up to. Love it. ET Tavern, East Tamaki Tavern. Pretty shame about how it's taken over by this Tamaki Motors. If we can give you guys a heads up, the thing with flying drones, man, your worst enemy is the birds. The seagulls and magpies. They chase after drones, man. They chase after drones. But yes, this is it, folks. This is the back of East Tamaki Gold petrol station right now. So this area here used to be a petrol station. Petrol station. Shit, my bad. Tavern, a pub. So yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. So yeah, ET Tavern, man. Any folks that's got any stories about the Flying Jug, by all means, man. By all means, check that story out there. I'd love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's what it is, man.